Welcome back. If you've just joined us, we've been looking at Nigeria's aviation sector and the recent near-air mishaps. For now, we've been looking at the operations of the Nigerian Airspace Management Agency in terms of its capacity for flight surveillance, communications, and navigation. Coming up on the show, we'll be looking at the Open Skies Agreement. Nigeria is a signatory to this agreement. What's its implication for the Nigeria's aviation sector? Join us again. It's been argued that some of these airlines are complicit, that they are only blowing the whistle now because the relationship with these airlines went sour. Is that true?
Look at it from this point of view. NAMA is an agency that generates funds, and our IGR is supposed to take care of us. We are a self-funding, so to say, for the larger portion of what we do on a day-to-day basis, except for capital projects. So why do you think that an agency will encourage a customer not to pay? Because without the funds, number one, we are not able to meet our commitments to our staff. We are not able to develop the system and grow the tools we need to provide good service. It's news to me. I wouldn't expect anybody to do that. And since I've been here, I have never had, nor have I supported, nor has my management supported a situation where the airlines are encouraged not to pay.
Well, you're saying that since you assumed office, there have been nothing like compromise on the part of agencies encouraging airlines not to pay. That's a pregnant statement. Does that suggest this is happening because there's a new sheriff in town?
Well, I don't want to, strictly speaking, suggest that. My management operates on a set of rules where we do it by the book. So I wasn't here in the past, but I'm certain that it will not make sense for any management, either present, past, or future, to encourage a customer, in this case the airlines, not to pay. I mean, it just won't add up to me. And I, as a person, have been in a situation where I have run airlines before. I have been involved in running airlines. And I do not recall a situation where the management of an airline was colluding with any of the agencies not to pay their bills.
Now, let me take you back to the issue of emergency landing that have taken place recently on the part of some of these airlines. Let's get to the bottom of it. What is responsible for this serial emergency landing recently and some of these near mishaps?
The situation that occurred in Port Harcourt, which is an overrun. Again, AIB is handling that aspect of it, the investigation, but we were in communication with the airline, with the airplane. We provided service for its guidance by the navigation tools were there. When the incident happened, we did the right things and made sure we gave the right notifications. Whichever case, I mean, in all the things that have happened, where NAMA was supposed to deliver, we have delivered. And so has, and quite honestly, so has all the other agencies.
Are you suggesting that from the landing to the takeoff that NAMA has no role in terms of at least alerting the relevant agencies of some of this defaulting practice of the airline?
Well, when AIB, when the Accident Investigation Bureau, when they do their investigation, let us say hypothetically, an airplane, and this is a hypothetical situation, is unable to land because of a failure of navigation aid. If that is found out, then we'll be responsible. Then we'll have to answer for it. Then we'll have to address the issue. But what I'm saying is that in all the cases that you have mentioned, we are yet to be told that it was due in any way to our not providing.
I'm just wondering if NAMA plays any supportive role to the AIB or to other relevant agencies in terms of getting to the root of this air mishaps?
We have no option but to provide the AIB all, and I underline the word all, information that that we have. The normal procedure, of course, is that every communications log with any of the airlines is recorded and it is kept. So when an incident happens, we do a playback. Not when we give a copy of the tape recordings of the playback, we give it to AIB. We give a documented copy, a hard copy of the transmission or communications to the airlines, to AIB.
Let's talk about dealing with bad weather conditions